The United States and China are waging a war with retaliatory tariff measures, but in fact the two countries were already imposing fairly high tariffs before. As a result, there have been cases where Chinese products were disguised as domestic goods for export. Concerned about the damage to national credibility, the customs authorities have launched an intensive crackdown. This is reporter Lee Seunghoon.
At a logistics warehouse in Busan, piles of Chinese-made mattresses are stacked high. On one side, there is a large sewing machine, making it look as if the mattresses were being made here. However, these mattresses were brought in by a Chinese company, stored here temporarily, and caught trying to export them to the US. If they export directly to the US, they'd face a whopping 17-30% tariff. Over the past year alone, they've sold 1.2 million mattresses, worth about 74 billion won. Here are the documents submitted by the apprehended companies to US Customs. You can see that the origin is marked as Korea. Chinese-made CCTVs, restricted from export to the US due to illegal recording concerns, and low-quality aluminum window frames exploiting the kimchi premium, were also caught at customs. The total of 467.5 billion won caught in circumvention attempts spans 5 years. As of March this year, 29.5 billion won has already been detected, approaching last year's total annual amount. The Korea Customs Service anticipates an increase in circumvention exports due to the US-China tariff war and has launched a special trade security investigation task force to intensify crackdowns.
It could undermine the trust in our export goods in importing countries like the US and lead to the expansion of non-tariff barriers.
The Korea Customs Service plans to enhance cooperation with the US Customs and Border Protection to increase the effectiveness of the crackdown. This is Lee Seunghoon for MBN News.